All right. Welcome to our Coach Basics. We have officially started. Hopefully you were able to do today's assignment, which is a pretty simple one, but important. Tonight, Aaron Cermak, who is also going to be, sort of running this group as well with me, has a few things to say. She is one of my coaches. She's a 2-star diamond coach, so she's had some good success in a short period of time. And we're going to talk about some things that are going to help. Like last week, we talked about your Coach Online Office, and let's see, I don't know how to mute everyone's audio. Let's see if I can figure that out. I'm sure there's a way. Audio options. Gosh, I don't know. I don't know how to mute other people's audio. So at the bottom left hand of your screen, if you can click the mute button, that'd be wonderful, because we can hear background noise. I don't know how to mute everybody. Anyway, so last week we talked about using your Coach Online Office, being able to navigate it. And this week we're going to talk a little bit about some of the, basic vital behaviors and basic things we want you to be doing this week. So I'm going to let Erin start us off on that conversation. So I'm going to pass it over to Erin.
Thanks, Sarah. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited that there's like 16 of us on this call. That's awesome. You guys are really getting into this, and I think the Coach Basics groups has gone well. I know it's day one, but I know everyone's been posting their Y videos, so that's been fun to watch those and things like that. Yeah, Sarah and I just wanted to talk really quickly about what you do as Beachbody coach, and keep it really simple, because I know sometimes at the beginning it can feel overwhelming, and that's not what we want you to feel. So there is just 3, you'll hear a lot of Beachbody people talk about 3 vital behaviors, and that is the essentials for this business. And whenever you're feeling overwhelmed or stressed out, that is what you want to do. You want to make sure you're doing 3 things every single day. And if you do those 3 things, you should be very successful. And the 3 vital behaviors are invite, invite, invite. That's number 1. Number 2, be proof that the product works. And number 3, personal development. And I'm going to kind of go backwards through those, because we want to talk a little bit about being consistent as well with these 3 vital behaviors. So Sarah, you figured out how to mute everybody? Yeah, but then you muted me. Okay, so we just want you to be really consistent with these 3 things. And I think the first thing that we want you to do is to kind of get in the habit of doing these things every day. So like I said, I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to start with number 3, personal development. I will be honest, this for me was really hard. It tends to be hard for me, although it was really hard for me as a new coach, and I will tell you why. In the beginning, people were like, yeah, you have to listen to motivational things and things that you need to personally work on. And a part of me was like, I don't need to work on anything. What are you talking about? And the other part was like, what cult did I just join that I need to listen to something that's telling my brain, whatever. But I have since grown a lot from that. And obviously there's always something that every person needs to work on. So the third vital behavior, personal development, is we're not asking you to, read a book every night. We're not asking you to put hours and hours. It's just one thing that you personally need to get better at. And there's so many good books. Or podcasts. So I know I've talked with a lot of different coaches about how to get that in. I know I'm super busy. And I actually end up really loving the personal development, because they're super motivational. They get you going. They get you fired up. There's tons of podcasts, which if you have an iPhone, those are basically all free. We can even put some ideas in the thread too. I know a lot of coaches on here that have a ton of good ideas. There's audiobooks. A lot of coaches do audible.com. For me, I'm just like, I'm not spending $15 a month to get, I think you get like 2 books or one book a month. I'm not even sure. So I use the Overdrive app, which is just a library app. And then I only find audiobooks on that because I can just listen really quickly while I'm in the car or while I'm getting ready in the morning, or even when I first jump into bed. If I can listen for 10 minutes at one of those points in the day, then I've done my personal development for the day. So something to keep in the back of your head is be consistent, do that every day. You'll find that you really enjoy it once you get started on it. And we're not asking for tons and tons of time. We're asking for 10 minutes. 10 minutes, pick up a personal development book and read it, or 10 minutes, listen to an audio book if you have a minute. I'm going to go backwards again. So number 2, be proof that the product works. For me, I think this is what we're all really good at. We all love our workouts. We get them in every day. And for me, I know I crave that chocolate Shakeology every day. I have tried a couple other flavors, but for me, that's the only one that I love. And so I have it every day, same concoction every day. That's easy for me. So just, that to me is the easy one. You're loving your workouts, you're loving your Shakeology, do that every day. And obviously when you're doing that, sharing that on social media will help your business grow too, because you want to share what you're doing, share with other people what you love about it. So that it doesn't come across salesy. If you love it, it's not sales, it's for fun. And then number 1 is the one that I think I really want to spend a little bit of time on. So the first vital behavior is invite, invite, invite. And I think that's where, as a new coach, that feels scary. I don't know what to say to somebody. I don't know how to invite them to a challenge group. If I just email them and start saying, hey, I have this, it's going to sound salesy. So yes, that is very scary. But I think I've got some background noise coming in. I think the key that helped my brain switch over was really early on. Somebody said to me, don't look at it as invite, invite, invite. Look at it as connect, connect, connect. So you don't need to necessarily be reaching out to someone and saying like, hey, I have this product, you need to buy it. That sounds very salesy, but instead you need to be connecting with 3 to 5 people every day. So that can be as simple as, sending someone a personal message on Facebook, for instance, and saying, hey, I haven't talked to you in so long. Your kids are adorable. If you're ever in town, I'd love to get together with you. Somebody that you haven't seen for a long time. And then they might respond back. And if you're being proof that the product works and posting on social media, they might respond back like, oh, your kids are so cute as well. I feel really motivated when you post. Tell me what you're doing again. And it just naturally leads to that conversation, even if it's 2 or 3, you're going back and forth a few times, and then more often than not, they're going to say something about that. That's what I think was really shocking for me, is I just felt like I'm doing all these posts on social media, but I don't know who's seeing it and who cares. Well, when you start to privately message people, they start to say, hey, or for me, it was seeing people in the community, and a lot of people would say, oh my gosh, I follow your page. People that I didn't even think knew who I was, or maybe I didn't know who they were. I'm also a school teacher, and funny side story, a mom last year ordered, not even a mom from my classroom, and I ended up messaging this lady, and I was like, I don't know who you are. I don't remember talking to you. Help me if I missed something. And she responded back, no, you didn't miss anything. I followed your page all school year long. I have a kiddo in another teacher's class, but I would see you at school, and I followed your page, and she found me on Beachbody and said she wanted me to be her coach. So you really never know who is watching and who is paying attention. The other thing is when you're connecting, you're going to hear the word no. You will. And you need to also switch your mindset for that. To be consistent, you need to switch from, oh, I just heard a no to, okay, not right now. And I remember that being really hard as a new coach, that defeat of feeling no. And as soon as I switched my mindset to, okay, I know that this product and this company works, and I believe wholeheartedly in everything that there is that comes with this company, this person is missing out. And as soon as I switch my mindset to that person is missing out, I'm going to give them this opportunity again. And gosh darn, 99% of the time, and I'm sure there's lots of other coaches on here that can attest, they will say, yeah, I'm ready now. They just were not ready right then. So when you hear a no, don't let it be a defeating in your head. It just, think of it, switch your mindset. Oh, not right now. Okay, I'll get back with you in a little while. The connect can also be, you might want to reach out to 3 to 4 people with Messenger, but you might also want to just start interacting a little bit more. You might want to have 3 people that a day that you're like, okay, I'm going to start on Monday and I'm going to reach out to 3 people and I'm going to start commenting on their photos. And that's just called forming, like really kind of starting to make that relationship with them again. So maybe they're posting something, comment on it. Then the next day you have 3 new people, but maybe you want to comment on those 3 people that you had done on Monday as well. So then you're growing exponentially. And then what I find that works is then at the end of the week when you send them a message, hey, even if it's just a couple of days, oh, I like that on Facebook, cute. And then a couple comments. Then when you reach out to them, they're like, oh yeah, like they feel connected to you. So that connect with that private message, they're instantly going to respond like, hey, yeah, how are you? What's new? They already have that relationship built back up, because I know so many people on Facebook we haven't seen in a long time. We haven't talked to in a long time. That's another good thing, is you might want to start connecting and friending people that maybe you haven't. Maybe they're even in your limbo world in Facebook, like, oh, this person friended me, I'm not sure about them. Maybe you want to go ahead and let all those people into your world, because they're potential challengers, and you have to start looking a little differently as a business instead of just, oh, I just don't want anyone to know anything about me. And I know Sarah put today for the homework for today was to start to think about putting your Facebook public and not private. And so that again is something too to think about. I know for me personally, my Facebook page is basically my friends, although I am continually trying to add friends and add to that group of people. So I do kind of watch what I post publicly, but then I also have the Fit page, which is public. So it's really hard call. It just depends on what you're using for what. I know on my Fit page, I don't use my kids' names. Obviously, people on my friend page know my children's names. They kind of know where I live and things like that. So it's your call. It's just a little bit different. I think that's just about it, Sarah. I think we just want to talk about 3 vital behaviors. And the key to all 3 of those is to doing it consistently every day. One other cool thing that I'd like to offer up a challenge to everybody on in this group. So if you're connecting with 3 people a day, you should be able to write those people's names down. So here's your challenge. If you write 3 names down for today, maybe you haven't done it yet, maybe you still need to do it. You're going to write 3 people that you are in some way trying to connect with. Snapshot it and send it to your coach via Messenger. Is probably easiest for most. I'm going to really encourage you to do that every day for the next 30 days so that your coach knows that you are really trying to make a habit of connecting with 3 people every day. I know, like, I have some coaches on here who've been working their butts off at the end of this month. Some of them went from 0 to SC14 in really quickly. And so I know they probably have been reaching out to more than 3 a day. But start today because March is a new month and everybody starts at 0 tomorrow. So even if you had a successful February, write those 3 to 5 names down. 5 if you want to really push it. 3 if you're a little bit nervous, and snapshot it and send it to your coach. So that's my challenge for this call. Sarah?
All right. Awesome, Erin. That was well explained because I agree the invite piece is like, I think a lot of people have misconceptions about. And with Beachbody, we're not so much like, some people be like, I'm not a salesperson. Well, I'm not either. I'm a social worker. I'm a mom, I've learned through time, because I would never want to be a salesperson. I've learned through time, this is a business of creating relationships and connecting with people. And that's what I've learned more than anything, that those relationships are what drives your business forward. It has really nothing to do with salesmanship, because I have, like your customers and your coaches, you actually end up being friends with, and you really do want success for them. So, it's kind of reframing your thinking about it, like Erin said, and that consistency is huge, like Erin said as well. When I started, I made a commitment that I'm going to give this a shot for 30 days. And just like the 21-day fix, you do something for 21 days, it's going to become a habit. You put your blinders on and you do those 3 vital behaviors. I can promise you that you will see your business starting to move forward. There's really no other way around it. This business is pretty simple, but it does require consistency and doing the behaviors every single day. Does not mean you have to spend hours on this. And some of the topics this week are really going to cover the 3 vital behaviors a little bit more in depth, and like what your post should look like and things like that. But it should not be super time consuming. And I know that was a lot of concerns with some of my coaches that were onboarding, was like, I don't know if I have time for this. And, truly, I can speak from experience, and I know Erin can too, is that, we're all busy. All of us are busy in our own right with different things going on. And it's been something that so many coaches up ahead of us have created a system in place so that we can be efficient. And we call it a power hour, which we're going to address later this week as well. So, on top of messaging those 3 people per day, 3 to 5 people per day, or connecting, by commenting and things like that, and adding to your network. I really want you to look at your calendars, at the beginning of the week, and almost write in your calendar, what part of your day are you going to focus on your 3 vital behaviors and doing your assignment of the day. It should not take you more than 1 hour per day. If you can carve out 1 hour per day and dedicate your time on that, you're going to be, in good shape. So, so really think about that tonight. If you have children and a spouse and things like that, communicate with them. Let them know, this is important to you if you haven't already, and that you need that time for an hour, whether you get up early. That's what I do. I'm an early bird, and I do a little bit at night as well. But, and then and Erin had mentioned before, make sure you're present on social media, posting 2 to 3 times per day, not just about fitness. You're going to be posting about just different areas of your life. And again, that will be a topic that we will cover this week as well, more in depth. So that's pretty much it. That's all we really expect of you this week, really the whole 30 days, but we just want you to focus on those 3 vital behaviors, being consistent, put those blinders on, do the things that you need to do for that hour, and the assignment of the day, and you'll be good to go. Now, with all of that said, with this group, we really want to encourage everyone to stick with it for the 30 days. So every Sunday, your coach, whoever invited you, or whoever your upline is going to be messaging Erin and I to let us know how many assignments you did for the week. And we're going to tally it and post it on Sundays. Were you 5 for 5? Were you 4 for 5? To help you kind of be aware of where you're at. And at the end of the month, if you complete all 30, your upline coach will have something, will have a little something to, a little incentive for you. So hopefully that will keep you motivated.
Get a new car.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Would that be great? Oh, but anyway, it's, and the reason why is that truly, we believe that if you complete the 30 days fully, you will be you should be more successful and hopefully have rank advanced by then. And B, you'll be in such a pattern and this will become more of a habit that it will be a no-brainer that you're going to do these things every single day to keep growing your business. So with that being said, we have some time left and, we want to open it up to questions or concerns for this week. You can put it in the chat. You can unmute yourself and just speak or whatever you feel comfortable with. We want this to be an open forum so that each week there's, whatever's coming up, there's no stupid questions because we were all in the beginning at one point or another.
I just have a quick question about signing up a coach.
Yes.
I have someone who's interested in a challenge pack and I sent them the link for the challenge pack. Can they sign up as a coach when they purchase that with that link?
If you send them the link for the challenge pack, no. However, if they haven't done it yet, you can tell them not to use that link and you can send them a different link. But if they have signed up through that, they can upgrade for free afterward.
Okay. All right. That's what I was thinking might even be the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
And guess what's coming next week for the team call?
Wow.
Follow-ups.
Oh, yeah.
And so exciting. There's a way to follow up with people who have bought a challenge pack and convert them into coaches. If you didn't front load, there's a way to front load to get coaches, and there's a way to follow up after like 3 weeks to convert them to coaches as well. So that is something that we're kind of talking about doing too.
I have a. Oh, go ahead.
I just said thank you.
Oh. I have a question. I have someone who doesn't want to do Shakeology yet because they need to check with their doctor on the ingredients. They've got some health issues, so they wanted to order the 21-day fix package, and then they wanted an extra set of the containers. And I didn't know how to do 2 orders without sending 2 different links.
I believe there is a link that you can just order the containers. I will have to look into that.
I found one for the Fixate cookbook with the containers, which I was going to try and see if she wanted to do that. But either way, do I have to send her 2 links, or is there a way to just get her?
I just had someone do the same thing, and there was an option once they ordered their fix kit. As they went through, it asked them questions to add the containers.
Oh, okay.
Like as a prompt, but I also sent her 2 links as well.
Okay.
So
they were not getting a challenge pack?
Not right now. She wants to get going, and she's had cancer recently, and so she wants her doctor to look at the ingredients before she does Shakeology. I think she'll do it, but she just doesn't want to do it right now.
Yeah. Yeah, another way is you could just make her like a free customer. So she signs in and signs up, and then just send her to that shop tab.
Okay.
Or say, hey, we can walk through it together or whatever. That's just, another way. But yeah, that's cool if it comes up as to add more containers. I didn't know that. That's cool.
And then I feel like the couple people I did challenge packs with for the mobile enroll, I'm glad I sent them an email 2 days later. They said, a couple of them said they didn't get the email. Does anybody have that issue too, or is it going to people's spam and they're not checking maybe?
Yeah, it happened to me one time. So yeah, I'm not sure what that's about. I wonder if it went to spam. I always follow up like a day or 2 later and say, did you receive the email? I mean, I've only probably done the Coach Mobile Enroll maybe 7 or 8 times, and one time it supposedly didn't work. She didn't receive the email. So just always make sure you follow up. But I always follow up with even with the links too, like how did the link work for you, or did you receive the email? And they will tell you one way or the other. Okay. And that will let you know like for some reason it didn't work. Because when I followed up with the one girl who said she didn't receive the email, I said, oh, I'm so sorry. Let me try a different way. And I sent her a link, and she was like, great, I'm going to do that this afternoon. So I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I usually, believe it or not, I like to speak in exclamation points. So I usually just follow up as soon as I I say, hey, give me your email. And then I usually respond like, yay, I'm so excited. I can't wait for you to get started. And then, I do the mobile enroll, and then I usually respond with, hey, just sent you the link. Should be all set. You just need to add your credit card information. So then they know that I've done it on my end. And then I usually say, let me know. And, something like, let me know when you're all set. And I don't know. It works for me. And then somebody had a question about gluten-free with Shakeology. Okay. Shakeology is not technically labeled gluten-free. Here's the thing. I have 2 celiac coaches. Neither of them on here. But one of them was like really leery, like, I don't know. I just don't want. And so I gave her a sample, and she did really well with it. Like I said, they're both like true celiacs, and one's mom does Shakeology as well. And she's like super sensitive celiac, like barely ever can put like the littlest thing in her mouth and have some sort of reaction. So I don't know why they don't. Sarah, what is it? Like something about like getting certified would cost.
I think I read that they're manufactured in a factory that has some gluten stuff.
Yeah, I don't even know, because I don't know that any of them actually I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure the actual reasoning why not, but all 3 of my that I know celiacs have absolutely no problems with it. So I don't know.
I mean, it's also the same reason why they have another reason why, they can't certify it as technically organic. It really is. But do you know the reason for that, Erin?
That is like what is it called? CBC, not CBC. I'm getting confused. What's the stupid federal government putting labels on things?
CDC.
CBC?
Oh, the FDA. FDA.
FDA. Okay. So here's the thing. Like they would have to like jump through all these hoops to get it labeled like organic.
Yeah.
But the problem is like the FDA won't approve it, and because we grow, like we get so many of our ingredients from other countries because the United States soil is so leached after years and years and years of farming it that like for instance, our apples from our apple trees are 25% less nutritious than they were like 20 years ago. So we go to all these lands that have not been farmed out for hundreds of years, and their soil is richer, and so they're better ingredients, but our FDA won't approve it. But remember, they will slap gluten-free on Cheetos, and they will slap that our kids' lunches at schools are totally healthy. And if you ask me, I'm not a big fan of either. So it's just kind of tricky.
What I saw.
That's what you saw?
What I saw. Yeah, I saw on the website that it was saying that because the plant where you make Shakeology is not, you process peanuts and a whole bunch of other stuff, so they can't claim that it's totally gluten-free for that reason, because there's also wheat products where the plant processes other stuff. But I was just wondering if you guys knew more than, I don't know if you had more information on that. But I understand.
No, all I have is personal experience, and they none of them have had any problems. Not to say that they couldn't at some time, but they have not.
Thanks.
You guys are great. I thought you were all going to be so nervous and not ask any questions. I was on my first Zoom call, so yay for you.
Can I share a
know
learning experience I had from this week?
Yes.
So we did a clean eating group, or you guys did, and I just tagged along and added a few people in. And I did not have them sign up as free customers beforehand. And one girl ordered the 21-day fix online and not from me. And then, what was, Kara, the second one that I told you I learned? You're on mute, though.
Yeah, I think the second one was you had sent a sample.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
And just sending out like sample packages to kind of anybody that wanted them versus being a little more discriminatory with them.
Yeah, those, I mean, you live and learn. That's why we
I
do
know.
the free, they have to sign up as a free customer, because you will find some people will just naturally go purchase it. And if they're your free customer, it'll automatically generate to you.
No.
But I think
But
it's
did you get it transferred to you? If they just bought it on the Beachbody site, you should still be able to get it transferred if you have their order number.
Oh, no, because when I asked her, did she order it online? She didn't respond back. Yeah.
So she probably got like an Amazon scam or something.
I don't know. I just was like, I should have known better. But
I would keep following up with
wiser
her.
now.
I would just keep following up like, hey, I really would love to coach you. I've got a group starting.
Yeah, I'm going
If
to.
you give me the order information, I can get you under me so I can be your coach or something. Exclamation point, exclamation point.
I have a question. I have another question. So you said something about Amazon scam. I have someone who, because of my post, signed up for the 21-day fix, but then she got it from Amazon. So what's the difference?
if she,
You don't get any credit if they get it.
No,
from
yeah, I
Amazon.
know that much, but like it's the same product though, right?
it is the same product, but they, one thing that I try to reiterate is that if they're just going to buy it on Amazon or eBay or whatever, that they will not get any coaching from anyone. They will not be able to participate in any accountability groups. They will lose the opportunity to potentially make money in the future. I mean, there's a lot of reasons, and I get it. I mean, before I became a coach, I probably would have been one of those people, but at the same time, I mean, we're coaches because we see the value in communicating and community and supporting each other and accountability and all those things. And so that's really the biggest thing. I don't know if anyone else has something to add to that, but is that coaching piece in our fitness groups and support and all of that.
And I would say, I don't even know if, I mean, obviously there's some things that are going to be the same, but the problem with Amazon is you don't really know who you're working with and what you're getting. And we as coaches have heard lots of horror stories of people who, they get a package and the Shakeology is expired because it's not coming from the Beachbody corporate. It's coming from, Joe Schmo who's selling it, trying to make a buck. They also, when they sign up with you, they get like usually like a free bonus workout. And that has happened to me. And the other thing too is that if for any reason, let's say a DVD stops working, Team Beachbody will, unless your dog ate it, will they'll just send you a new one. Like, okay, yeah, you're part of the team. Here you go. We're going to replace that. They are 100% guaranteed behind their product, where Amazon, you might buy it once and you have nothing. So I actually had a customer like that early on. She bought it and I just was like, oh, like, too bad. I'd love to support you, but you bought it on Amazon. The tricky part is that they don't maybe know that you're a coach yet. Like, you still have to build that, but stick with what you have and what you have to offer, because that same person that bought it on Amazon was like dying to get in my groups, and eventually just she was like, okay, I'm just going to order Shakeology because I want to get in your groups, because she just got it, without the Shakeology at the beginning. And so that goes to show, like what Sarah said, your coaching is what is most valuable to these people. you're holding them accountable. You're the one helping them get those habits started. A lot of people don't even open up the package if they get it from Amazon. So, I don't know.
Okay.
I have a quick question. On the mobile enroll. Never mind. Sorry, Amy and I are in the same room. And she is.
Oh,
So I hear my echo going on her computer. But for the mobile enroll, is it best to enroll, I guess, somebody on the mobile or over your mobile app before having them sign up? I guess I'm a little confused on that.
can
that
you
makes
say
sense.
that again?
Yeah, so with the mobile enroll that I think Holly mentioned and somebody else had posted about it, do you want to sign somebody up or enroll them with that before they actually buy something, or do you want to just sign them up online? I guess I'm a little confused about the mobile enroll in
The
general.
mobile enroller is like a tool that it just makes it a little easier than sending a link. A link they have to like go through with a drop down menu and pick their flavor and pick their program, and it also gives them the choice to like sign up for a coach for $40 instead of buying a challenge pack. So it's just, you're like, for me, I'm just like, hey, what flavor do you want to try? Okay, you want to do this program? I front load all that and plug it in just by getting their email. And then when you send it to them, all they have to do is put in their credit card information. So they're not having to find all these bits and pieces. I find that sending the link, like they have to find all these bits and pieces, it's a little hard for some people. I know some people will call me when I send the link like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. And I've had to like FaceTime with them and like walk them through what the screen looks like. And I just think it's a little easier.
Okay,
Does that make sense, Joy?
thanks.
Yeah, does that make sense?
Joy?
Yeah, I guess I just don't necessarily. Yes. Good. That answered. I guess I just don't necessarily, or haven't necessarily gotten people's emails yet to do that with. So it's something I will.
I
be doing
started
from now on.
asking people for their email and cell phone, just so I have it.
Yeah. I'm happy to like post a thread, like, a go between me and somebody, like what I'm saying to them type of thing. I don't
That'd
mind
be good.
doing that.
That'd be helpful.
Yeah, no worries. Any other? Oh, we have less than a minute, Sarah.
Yep, we do. We do. We will be covering a lot of these topics in depth as well. So I think a lot of your questions are awesome because we're going to go, like I said, we're going to go more in depth with them, and it will drive more questions for next week when we talk about follow-up. And there will be an assignment one day that has to do with what do you say to these people? How do you form these relationships? How do you take it from I'm just having a conversation to potentially adding a new challenger or even a coach? Because ultimately we are going to be starting to talk about enrolling coaches, but don't get too freaked out yet. We're not there yet, but ultimately we will be talking about that. So awesome questions. We will post in the group with that Coach Mobile Enroll app. We will also post some suggestions for books and different ways that you can access personal development, because it only has to be 10 minutes per day. Not a big deal. You can do it in the car. Don't read in the car, but you can listen to calls in the car and things like that. But so we'll post that in the group, and I will also post this video in the group. And you can also, if you have any other questions along the way, please feel free to post it, or you can even private message if it's something you're not willing for other people to see, publicly in the group. So awesome. Thanks for interacting, everyone. That was a good call. I know Erin appreciates too, like all the interaction. I think the good